brothers, welcome back to DummyNation. Now, per the last video, the most upvoted country is the Vatican City. Unfortunately, we don't have time. The Vatican City is going to take a long time to go through, so we're going to be working on that in the background. But in the meantime, we're going to be playing as the second most upvoted country, which is Singapore. And let me tell you, I am very glad to be out of the Mediterranean and try something different. So to Asia we go. Now, Singapore starts off as the 32nd best GDP, 30th strongest military power. We do have 5 million in the bank, and we are an autocracy. Okay, so I don't really care about reducing the maintenance cost of, well, the entire army would be nice. I do want this maxed out. And honestly, I'm going to max this out too. That's going to cost us a lot in the beginning, but we are pretty strong economic-wise, making 115 a go, so I think it's still worth it to invest in that. Let's go ahead and get our military research up, and then, as always, pull out the full of reactive armor. Now, we do have 5 million in the bank. Let's take a look at our troops. We have 200,000 commandos, 100,000 gunners, 3,000 rockets, or 3,000 tanks, and 800 rockets. So, we definitely want a lot more tanks, as always. Tanks are very expensive to get, so you want to get a lot in the beginning of the game. We'll invest in that. And then, honestly, I'm going to throw in another 50k into commandos, and then the rest into rockets, so we can get our rocket game up a little bit. And now let's take a look at our diplomacy. Who is friends with us? Nobody would actually come to our defense, so let's see if we could buy a relationship with China. It's pretty expensive right now. It might go down when we get our military up. 35 million, never going to afford that. Russia, we could get one with Russia. So let's get an alliance treaty with Russia just to make sure we don't get eaten in the beginning of the game. And then let's go into a weak target. And we could go into a Myanmar, but since we don't have a military, I'm just going to go straight for Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea is actually a really good one to get. They're the 103rd best GDP, but they do have no army. So it's worth jumping in on that. It would also be great to jump in over here, but I'm going to wait till my full army gets available before we do that. Yeah. Okay, so Papua New Guinea's been defeated. Now we're making less money than we started at the beginning of the game. That's because our military presence has increased by a lot. Let's send everybody home, and then we're going to get ready for a war with Cambodia. All right, and there's the last of our rockets. So now we have a nice big army. We sit as the 11th best military power. Let's start going into a Cambodia. Just check their diplomacy. They don't have any friends, so they're going to be a good target. We're going to go try and push through Cambodia, Laos, and then Myanmar. If we can get through all three, that would be really good for us. And China's here too, so they're going to block our path, which is a little bit unfortunate. Let's go ahead and move over to Myanmar. I want to see if another military will potentially take out their military power, so we don't necessarily have to do it. Bangladesh would also be a really good choice. 32nd. Bangladesh would actually be better. 7 million firepower to our 12. That might be a little too expensive, honestly. We're going to miss out on Sri Lanka. We might be able to get a little bit. Let's see if we can jump down there with half our army. And while India fights back the Sri Lanka militia, we can jump in here and grab a little bit of it. Good. So we get a good chunk of Sri Lanka as well. We actually got majority of Sri Lanka there, so that is good. We'll just wait for China to potentially attack Bangladesh or Myanmar. Would India make a good alliance? I don't think they want to be friends with us. They do want to be friends with us. You know, honestly, I'm going to go ahead and buy that off. Having India as a nice little trade partner will help us up a little bit. It'll increase our economy a good chunk. Now, I'm going to avoid the scramble for Africa, mostly because it's not worth it at the end of the day. We could potentially get like an Ethiopia, but if we look at Ethiopia, well, they are pretty good. Maybe we do want to jump over there. Okay, now Djibouti doesn't have any military, but they do have a lot of allies. We should hopefully get this done quickly so that nobody comes to fight us, and we do. And now we can just push through Ethiopia, and I think that's going to be worth it. So let's get together as one unit, fight down their military, and now we just push through. There we go. All right, Ethiopia's done. Now we're back to making 100 with our military power. Slightly diminished, but overall pretty successful. We could continue to push into Sudan, but honestly, it's not going to be worth it, just because they're friends with Egypt, and Egypt would probably be expensive for us to buy off. So let's just send everybody home and wait for Myanmar to fall. In fact, let's just send everybody right up here, so if Myanmar or Bangladesh fall, we can jump on those. Dude, Japan, incredibly weak. We got to get over there right now. Vietnam, I really would appreciate if we didn't have to fight right now. 45,000, frick, I'm just walking through. That really sucks that we lost all those. It'll be worth it when we get Japan, though. No. Freaking Russia's already over here. Bull rush to Tokyo. Oh, huge coup for us. Look at this. Look how much money we made. Russia's already left. That's great for us, because now we're going to get all of this. So as we finish up Japan, a huge coup for us. Now we're making 700 a tick just by doing that. Japan didn't have any allies, and they weakened themselves by just going to war with everybody without actually taking anything. So a great get for us. Now, our military's definitely been weakened. We're back down to 29th best military power, but we're up to the 5th best GDP. So things are looking very good for us. We'll finish taking out the rest of their islands, but that really sets us up for success here as Singapore. As a small island nation, you know, just getting a little bit of Cambodia and Laos, Sri Lanka, but most importantly, Japan, we're going to crush. Oh, and we haven't even fixed our budget. Let's bring down social spending a little bit, bring up military. That's really embarrassing that we didn't fix that at the beginning of the game. So that's going to affect our income a little bit. But honestly, we should have had military spending up very high, which is probably why we've lost so many troops at the beginning of the game. So a little bit foolhardily not looking at that, but we'll be able to recover at the end of the day. Ooh, can we sneak a little bit of Vietnam? We can. Let's just jump down here, grab this one economic center from Vietnam as the UK fights down their armies. Hopefully they'll win. Who got this? United States did? That's crap. Well, let's send everybody home because we're even weaker than we were before. Drop down to 30th. Need to save up and start spending some money on the military. South Korea. Also really weak. They're just friends with Ireland too. Oh, because they got taken over by North Korea. I think we go for it. If it doesn't work out, we run away. Okay, their army's gone. We lost a little bit. We're definitely gonna have to build up, but this is definitely worth it. South Korea's also declared war on us. Don't care. We'll fight them down too. Okay, North Korea's done. Now we just fight. Well, no. Let's wait. Get the commandos so we stop wasting tanks. But we are making now 1,000, which is really good for us. As soon as we have the rest of these commandos, we're going to go fight the rest of South Korea. Get New Zealand while we're at it. It's just not worth fighting them until we do. They're almost done. There we go. Now they're done. All right. Let's bring up the rest of our army. We'll finish off South Korea, and then we'll relax. We have another 4.1 to throw into combat training. We have another 1,000 tanks on the way. They're done. Good. How are we looking overall? 19th best military power. Definitely need to pump those numbers up. Who's attacking us right now? Is this Ireland? I think it was. Didn't catch him in time, but that's fine. We're just kind of putzing through the rest of South Korea's lands while still having a major military. China's fighting Malaysia. Where are the economic zones of Malaysia? Like right here, actually. Let's see if we can contend for this. Malaysia's army's been heavily defeated. Who are their allies? They don't have any. So we can definitely jump on board. We'll have to fight their army. We could have waited a second and their army would go away. But that's fine. Go there. And then let's go up here. And I think we can capture most of this. China did all the heavy lifting, but I think we're going to reap all the rewards. China also weakening up Indonesia is very nice for us as well. We also have another 4.1 combat training. There we go. And now we just finish up Malaysia. Ooh, that was very good for us. Oh, we dropped down. Yeah, I don't know how everyone else manages budgets like this, where they can get so much growth without, like, check the budget tab. Oh, this is very cool. So chat, just let me know. If you click on the budget tab of each country, you can see how they're spending their money. I wonder if it would be worth mimicking that. Here, let's try. Let's budget our thing to what the United States is doing. You know what? What does Mexico have? A lot of ground people. Let's get a little bit more commandos, and I think we go into Mexico. Let's check their diplomacy. Vatican City, Pakistan, Egypt. We can probably buy off all of those guys. Let's head on over to Mexico. They're the 10th best GDP. They really don't have anything. They only have tanks as a defensive unit. These gunners, are really bad on defense, so this could be a good play for us. We do have a lot of commandos ourselves to help fight down the rebels that they're going to spawn. Mexico does spawn a good number of rebels. So we'll defeat their army, then we'll split a couple times and see how much of Mexico we can get. Who's declared war on us? Bangladesh has, Pakistan has, Egypt has. So let's buy off Egypt and Pakistan for sure. That's cheap. Bangladesh, I'll buy you off too. Pakistan, yeah, you're also pretty cheap. Okay, good. I think that's everybody. Yep, that's everybody. So now we have free permission to attack Mexico. But finishing off Mexico, we're going to go into Cuba. Now, Cuba does have an alliance with Russia, and that's probably going to anger Russia. Russia slightly likes them more than us, so we'll have to buy off Russia. But I think that'll be worthwhile in the end. All right, Cuba is defeated. Let's send everybody home. Buy some more tanks. So, Philippines is next, mostly because they're right next to us. They don't have too strong of a military, mostly commandos and everything. They don't have any friends, so this should be a pretty quick war. Where is your capital? Over there. Let's go fight down Manila. All right, so that's the end of the Philippines. We are losing a ton of tanks without the military spending, though. I'm not sure how much I like that. We are doing really well in the economic game, though. We'll test it out in this run, but I'm not sure how committed I am to it. Russia's going down. Ooh, red alert. Send everybody up here. And we do have 10 points in economic research, so we're going to buy that. And then expenditure rate on your economy. I think we start working down this. So we'll start doing smart taxation first. But Russia has fallen for a heavy degree, 7 million. We'll see if anybody else goes to war with them, but this might be our moment. Let's go ahead and invest in our military a little bit more. Just for this brief time that we're going to be fighting Russia. And before Russia buys anything, I think we just go into them. I think we bite the bullet and go in. Everyone's being very passive in this game, so I don't think we can count on anybody helping us out here. But if we're the first to the game, we're going to do pretty well. Here's Russia's military. It is going to take a big effect on ours. But we're going to win the fight, and then we'll get all of their economy. So hopefully that will be worth it. Buy you off. It's always cheaper to buy them off than it is to have to replace the troops you get from defeating them, unless you're planning on attacking them next. So I'm happy to buy off anybody that comes as we kind of continue to keep our invasion up of Russia. We're doing pretty well, already up to 7, making 7K. Our military spending is a little bit up, which is slowing down our economy while we're at war, but I do think that's a worthwhile endeavor. In fact, let's split you, and you go fight these rebels over here. I would love to buy back this one with China. Yeah, let's buy a million for China back. Just to boost up our economy a little bit more. We're currently 18%, which is good enough for third, and we're making progress towards the United States. They're actually falling for the first time. So maybe this new economic run is the meta. I'm glad we're experimenting with it. All right, we have 4.1, so let's start getting smart taxation. Hopefully that will increase the... What did it do again? Improves the effects of your expenditure has on your economy by 20%. Ooh, that's going to be real nice. How much for an alliance treaty with you? 10 million? That's the same as the United States. Honestly, I'm going to buy one with the United States. 2 million. Yeah, definitely worth that. Hopefully that'll buffer up our economy a little bit more as we just keep investing in tanks. It looks like a lot of the AI is stuck at this point. They're not doing anything. So we're kind of in a Cold War mentality where we're building up economy, and that's all that really matters. We're also building up the military to potentially challenge anybody, but right now we're in kind of a concerning state. Now, our economy is doing fine. We're actually gaining percentage, where typically we lose it with this new economic pattern. But not getting as much as we could, I think, because there is some problems in the world or something. Some economic things probably going on. That's kind of slowing down our economic research. Do you think it's corruption? Here, let's bring down this to try and fight corruption a little bit. It'll make our troops more expensive, but at this point, I think we're fine. Can we get through into Pakistan, who doesn't have any troops? Yeah, we can. Who are your friends? Iran. We can buy off Iran. We have 3 million in the bank. Let's go ahead and jump in and fight Pakistan. Now, this is going to be a long battle up here, because a lot of Pakistan and Afghanistan's heavy mountains. So it's going to take a while. Fortunately, we're not coming across too many rebellions. We do have another 4.1 to spend. And finish up. Oh, no, one more. Smart taxation. We only got one more to spend in smart taxation. I think we start going down probably digital economy. Okay, there's the end of Pakistan. Military's doing fine. I think I'm going to try a new strategy. Let's start allying with everybody and see if we can win just based off our economy growing. That might be fun. Let's see. So we have these three. Let's get an alliance with Indonesia. And we'll just kind of go down the list. United Kingdom, Germany. We've broken out of the Cold War. Ooh, can we get over to Egypt in time? Ooh, China left it huge, 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 huge. No, they're coming back. Get me in there. Frick. Oh, we grabbed a little bit of it. Definitely not worthwhile. The United States is invading Turkey. You know, what if I just invaded Saudi Arabia? How's Iran looking? Ooh, they don't have a military. Let's take a couple units and start fighting Iran. Now, it is concerning how much the United States just grew, but they're only at 40%. It's going to be kind of hard to slow them down without engaging them militarily. But I think that's a long ways off for right now. I think we just relax and just keep doing what we're doing. So we're the third strongest military power. We've moved up to third GDP. I think we just keep it that way. We're number one defensive power, so hopefully that will keep people from messing with us. I would love to see a war with China and the United States, in which case I'd probably take the side of China. I don't know though. Maybe I would stay out of it. They've got a lot of tanks. Maybe I don't want to mess with any of that. Maybe I just kind of want to see them whittle each other down. But I honestly think we're going to start seeing some of Europe fall, or potentially Australia. I will get involved with Australia, and I will get involved with Indonesia. But look at how much digital economy is just boosting us. We're up to 90,000. We were at like 60 before we got that second level. So that's really doing a number for us. I can understand why people invest in the economy first. It definitely is very effective. Now, granted, these numbers are slightly, inflated themselves because how much does it cost? Like 50 million to get 1,000 tanks now. So that's not exactly the best, but hey, it's getting us there. We're holding the line. We're just kind of waiting for the United States or China to make a move. The United States would be great if they fell. They're actually they're weaker than us, I think. No, 260. No, they're actually double our strength, but we're getting up there. Ooh, United States is going in. This might be the fall of the United States. Ooh, China's also getting involved. Maybe I get involved over here. Let's see if we can get involved in what's remaining of France. Italy? I actually don't mind fighting you down because I might consider going into you next. Maybe we just go into Belgium. Who are your friends? France, who's gone. We can buy off these people. Ooh, Italy doesn't have any troops. Hold on. We're taking the war to Italy right now. Greece is also falling. Here, let's take this army and go into Greece. So things are looking promising. Looks like India is getting attacked. Let's go home and get ready to fight India. Honestly, I think Australia. Yeah, we're going to go in Australia. Unless you're weak. Nope, you're not. Okay, we have 120 million in the bank to buy anybody off. Let's go into Australia. Hold on. We'll get everybody here. Fight down this militia. Don't let it run. There we go. Send everybody home. And let's get ready for a war with Indonesia. How's the military looking? Pretty good. We could use a few more gunners probably. We've got a strong military. A lot stronger than Indonesia's. Let's go ahead and start invading Indonesia. We'll fight down their army. We'll split. India's declared war on us. I'm probably going to attack you next, but I'm going to go ahead and ask for that alliance or that peace treaty for right now. Have we overtaken China? We have overtaken China. Now, the United States is going up pretty heavily, so we're going to have to fight them down. New plan. New plan. We get a lot more foot soldiers. We get ready to go to war with India. Why foot soldiers? Because India's going to have a ton of rebels. All right, we have the money to pay for the consequences of this, but let's start pushing in India. I'm surprised nobody else has jumped on India yet. Because it's almost gotten us past the United States. We're 5% away. And we can get the second level of self-sufficient economy. Just kind of taking a look at what's going on. I think we just finished India. No, they still got a little bit going on. There's a bunch of really good targets for us to get next. I mean, we could get Germany, Brazil, Spain, or even the United Kingdom. I think, though, if we want to win the game, we just go ahead and take a swing at the king. 186 military power. What is ours currently? 146. You have so many militias, though, where we have invested a lot more in tanks. So I think if we just continue to keep investing in tanks for a little bit, that we'll just be able to overpower them. And of course, we'll just keep going with commandos as well. So as soon as we finish up with India, I think we take a break and then get ready to attack United States for the win. United States is fighting Spain. That's kind of good for us. They didn't really do anything though. Here they go. This is a big army. They're going after the United Kingdom. This is our time to strike. Let's let them get deplenished a little bit more, fighting down the United Kingdom. But I think that's all their armies. They're pushing for the win, which means we counter push for the win ourselves. Okay, let's start directing where they need to go. You need to get this. You grab this. And you just continue to keep grabbing what they have of France. Whoa! Let's go! Dude, economy! A lot stronger than I would have thought. That was a great suggestion. I think that was Sunoku in the chat to focus on economy and to copy what the AI does. That really kind of set us up for success. I mean, granted, it did take a little bit longer than I think a typical victory does, but it definitely felt like we were in a lot more control of our destiny. And starting as a bigger country, I think we could just go full economy all the way. But as we do start to wrap things up, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it this far in the video. If you have made this far in the video, hey, give it a thumbs up. Really helps out a lot. If you're new around here, subscribe for more. I put up videos every day. But boys, I will see you in the next one. Corgi, guess where I'm from? Egypt.